Hello and welcome to, what is it, the 15th weekly rally for Art of Rally. Not quite a weekly series, despite the name, despite the intention, but it is what it is. If this is your first time watching this particular series, welcome. This is initially started out as me just using it as a to plug more racing games in my channel because it is my favorite genre, but eventually, as I realized, I don't really have much to say other than make excuses for my underwhelming driving. I could also use this from time to time as a bit of a channel update thing, or kind of general update of sorts. A vibe check, really. Yes, so if you've subscribed recently, yeah, thank you so much. Welcome. It is good to see you. You might have noticed that these days my update schedule is a bit more inconsistent, quite sporadic, and yeah, don't worry about this, Emil. It's sort of partially it was sort of. I do kind of do this thing for fun. I have absolutely zero expectations of ending up monetizing this channel. Like, as my stance in this, to summarize it, it will be a miracle if I can use this channel to pay for Spotify Premium once. But still, I do like to follow my analytics, and it's sort of don't worry about that. Don't worry about that too. But yeah, there was a time when YouTube thought, you know what, let's not show anyone these videos. Like, less impressions than when I didn't, so I ended up taking a break, and the break was what I needed, right? But also what I shouldn't have done, because yeah, it's really hard to get back into things. I'm trying to get better at it. But yeah, anyway, here we are in Germany with an Evo 6. Not quite. It didn't go quite as well as I had hoped. I normally practice. I normally do a 12 stage practice run in Group B on Germany. And when I saw Germany Group A, I thought, brilliant, this is me. And I expected the Evo 6 alike to handle pretty much exactly the same as my 205 for Group B that I usually use, and it does not. Perhaps unsurprisingly, and the result, the first stage was honestly bad, even by my standard. It was quite shocking, and yeah, perhaps not quite the best. Not quite the return to form that I had hoped for, seeing the stage. A lot of mistakes. And normally this Germany is indeed my favorite rally in this game. So far, I would say call it a disaster so far. A disastrous start to a weekly rally, to trying to rekindle some more activity in my channel. Although, speaking of rally, speaking of bad driving, I recently did discover that Old School Rally has been out for 2 weeks, but let's not worry about that. And I really enjoyed the demo that I played for 20 minutes, and I was really looking forward to playing that. And I've got it downloaded, and I reckon I'm going to start a series on that. And anyway, the first stage is over. 97th. I believe this is by far and away the worst first stage, the result after stage 1 of 4. The next 3 would get better, but they would still be subpar even by my out of practice standards, let alone by my usual ones that I had set myself when I play this game a lot. I used to play this game so much. I just wanted to grind out 1,000 stages, and I've done that, and sort of haven't really put in a lot of time in it these days. I really should play it a lot more if I want to reduce the amount of ass I look like. But yeah, Old School Rally, new series coming eventually. I still haven't started recording yet, I haven't even launched it. I did read you can rebind controls, which is going to be fabulous. And it's going to be live commentary, so unlike Art of Rally, normally I can usually concentrate on one thing, and by that one thing I mean breathing. I'm a generic dude, you know. It is what it is, and that's all I can do. So playing a game that's at the same time as breathing, for me, unheard of. Well, it is heard of. We're watching it. You're watching it on YouTube, maybe if you've gotten this far through the video, and by completely, yeah, my rambling. Let's call it. Let's be gentle for once. Let's simply call it rambling. Yes, and I've completely lost my train of thought where I was going with that. Yeah, something on live commentary in racing games, but yeah, well, if you watch my Art of Rally demo video, it actually was decently popular. Got quite a few likes, 19. I think it's the biggest views to like ratio I've had, even. So that was fun. That was great to see. So yeah, I am actually looking forward to starting recording that for next week, I presume, most likely. Other games, stories from the Outbreak, that was decent. It's sort of a staple, really, just like this series. I'm a big fan of the game. It's a local game. I like to support local industries whenever I can. I usually don't, but I like to if I can. Anyway, stage 2 is coming to an end. It wasn't quite as clumsy as the first one, so we will make up a few more places. Could have made up a few more were I any better, but it is what it is. Actually climbed quite a few places, from 97th to 56th, so 41. Usually I'm within top 41 at the start on a good run, but it is what it is. And this one was... I sort of lost my plot for a bit, and I kind of forgot what course this is. And usually the wet version of this course I used to run in time trials with a 205 Group B. I think this is the one I was number 2 at the time. Now I am just number 2, if you know what I mean. But yeah, eventually I clocked it and sort of realized I had pulled myself together if I wanted to have a half decent result. I think that was one of the longest jumps I've ever made in this game. At least while following the course itself. This is a short one, far from ideal, very far even. I could have sworn I hit one of the KOLs, but now I believe it's coming. Yep, there it is. Now, it's not optimal, but I have to admit I'm quite pleased with how the 360 ended up going. Don't worry about the Hinkle stones. It's just another tombstone to add on the side of the road. Press F to pay respect. Actually, don't respect these runs. These were terrible even by my standards. But we're actually still climbing. 14 inches. With one stage left. The sun is setting, or is it morning? I forgot to look at the time of day. But it does look like sunset. The sun is setting over a inglorious performance. Is this a learning experience? Nah, I'm going to forget how bad this one went in about, well, as soon as I'm done uploading this video, which is going to be shortly. I might come away from this a bit less bad. But really, inconsistency has always plagued me. Like, oh, it's always been glued to me. You know, I've always thought of these weekly rally series as me making excuses, but skill issue isn't really an excuse. I quite often I say that I have a minor case of major skill issue, as I am so proudly demonstrating initially every week, but these days it's not quite every weekly rally that I get to run. Maybe I should do more. I do want to finish a perfect run of the career. That is all stage wins in all years in Master/Severe. Maybe if I do that, I'll get better again, at least a little bit. You know, be able to hang with the top dudes a bit closer. And you can tell by my sporadic use of, quite frequent lifting off, I'm not feeling the most confident after having a rally of tons of mistakes. But at the same time, I was trying to push as hard as I could, as hard as I dared, which wasn't as much as I would have usually. Well, because I had to salvage sometime. This really was a shocking display as I plonked into another hink of stone. That particular corner has often scared me when I would turn in too early. I come within a pixel's width of hitting that corner. This time it was way too early. To kind of summarize the entire run, I did practice before, as I said, and actually even the practice went bad. Really, this particular session was really cursed. But well, I've only got the car. I'm going to blame not myself. I'm going to blame the car, the alignment of the planets. I'm going to blame Subaru for sabotaging their biggest rivals. Please don't sue me. It is a joke. Anyway, that is all for, and well, 41st. I did end up finishing in top 41, as I said previously. But yeah, that was August 4th week of Weekly Rally. Hope you enjoyed this display of the opposite of magnificence. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, perhaps even subscribe. Still, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again another time. Goodbye.